Praetorian Declaration today. Atlantia vivere, Atlantia vincere, Atlantia victor. Atlantia vivere, Agartha vivere, Shambhala vivere, Lemuria vivere. My dear friends, my holy Atlantean people, I am deeply worried by the things that happen in Greece. This is the ambition of the Illuminati to further fragment our society in order to promote their new world order. Specifically, the Greek banking system, some people say that it is against the new world order. Other people claim that it is 60 years in the past or 100 years in the past, that they are doing traditional banking and traditional business, which do not suit well with the modern banking and business style leadership. And it is the ambition of the Illuminati to provoke the collapse of Greece, because it is believed that from Greece the old world order emerged. Actually, the exact place was here in Ardel, in Dacia. Anyway, the Illuminati also wish to collapse China, because they see that China is a rising power in the following days, using monetary and financial means. And they also wish to sacrifice the United States of America in a financial and then probably nuclear confrontation with Europe, Russia, China, Israel, Islam, and whoever that they want to do it. And in these troubled times, I am thinking about the past of Atlantia, and I realize that it is impossible for me as your leader to secure, given the present circumstances, that we are about 670 million white people, white Atlanteans here on Earth, and there are 7 billion people of other races and species. Also we have the Agarthans and Shambhalans inside the Earth, and we have 43 billion intelligent beings on this planet, which are Lir, Mur, Suka, Agarthans, Shambhalans. They are bacteria, dolphins, sharks, insects, plants from Akasha civilization, and so on. If you watch Andre, you will see some members of the Akashan civilization. And I am talking with the plants, I am touching the trees, I am kissing the trees. Anyway, I am trying to keep this declaration in the form of a Praetorian Declaration. And I realize that if I do not make the necessary sacrifice, the personal historical sacrifice today, there will be no one to read history, at least no white people from Atlantia on this planet to read my deeds and the deeds of the others, the glorious deeds of other people. The past 17 years in which I have led Atlantia, or Romania more exactly, were the most prosperous years in the past 200 years, or maybe in the past 40,000 years. And of course I expect that in the future our children will produce more results, better results, and they will overcome me and us. However, now that we have today people in Greece lining up, including members of the parliament, and Tsipras, who is an Illuminati agent. I have visited his Twitter account, and he speaks continuously about honor, respect, and other Lemurian values. And members of his own cabinet and members of his own parliament have lined up to bank machines to ATMs to withdraw all the money in the banks. And after that they declared a holiday of 1 week for their banks, because there is no more money in their banks. So how are they going to pay for the upcoming referendum, in which they debate things which is no longer valid? These are my concerns. And I know, yes, I know that historically Greece is very important for Europe. And I will make a quick story here. I have read in my youth, when I was 23 years old, a novel by Dostoevsky. His head is in my bag, which is called Crime and Punishment, or Murder and Punishment. It is about a young man, 23 years old, like me when I read the novel, who was born in a poor village, and his father was an alcoholic, and he constantly beaten his mother and himself. And he left home. He was very weary and sad of the situation in his family, and he went to Moscow, to a large city, to the capital of Russia. And there he found some employment, and he also found a place to stay. His landlord was his landlord was a woman, an old woman, and he took a room for rent from her. And in some ways that old woman reminded him about his grandmother, because she was very authoritarian with him. And secretly he began to wish her death, because that old woman reminded him too much about the situation in his own family. So he secretly watched the old woman, how she is doing her daily business, and he planned her assassination like a master assassin. And one day he took an axe, a small axe like I have, and he went to the old lady, pretending that he will be paying the rent 3 days in advance, and he killed her. And after that he took her body and buried her body into the woods, so that no one can find it. And after that he took all the money from the old woman, and he returned home. And with that money he impressed his father, and after that he killed him for his beatings and his violence during his youth. And his mother, when she saw that, hanged herself. His sister, who was also suffering from the beatings of their father, saw that scene, and she began to weep. And then the young man got very angry, and he also killed his sister, and he also buried the 3 members of his family in the woods. After that he took his axe and he went to his grandmother, and he killed his grandmother, because she was very stiff and serious and authoritarian with him when he was young. Also a situation very similar with that in my own family. And after that he cooked his grandfather, the body of his dead grandmother, into the oven. And after that he was full of remorse, like this Illuminati will be after they destroy Greece, Europe and USA. And he began to think about his action, and finally he killed himself. He hanged himself in the woods above the tomb of his own mother and sister. So this is the sad story of Dostoevsky in Crime and Punishment, or Murder and Punishment, the part which I have read. And that is what will happen in this world. Yes, the Illuminati will destroy Greece, then they will destroy Europe, then they will destroy China, then they will finally destroy USA, and then they will destroy themselves. So, I wished today to reunite the world. I wished today to pass to phase 2 in our Atlantean plan to conquer this galaxy. I wished today to say that our expansion on this planet is concluded. And I also wish to renounce the moral ambivalence with myself. So therefore I cannot stand because you no longer see me. I come today, I, Lucian Ila, Praetor of the Great Council of Atlantia, and also Praetor of the High Council of Romania. I come today in front of the ancestors, in front of our ancestors who have given us the land and the planet in which we all live, and in front of the future generation from whom we have inherited the entire universe. I come in front of the gods and our ancestors who have worked hard to provide this situation that we have now, and also in front of our children for whom we work. I come in front of the ethical beings of Atlantia, the 4+1D ethical beings, and I declare, in the name of the white race and in the name of Atlantia, that I, Lucian Ilea, freely renounce to all the money that I should get after 17 years of work for Atlantia. I renounce to $7 million and 7 houses from the army, $7 million and 7 houses from the secret services, $7 million and 7 houses from the church, including the house of Olonest and the complex of Brad. I also wish to say that I renounce to all my power. I will no longer run for any office in Romania or this world, any political offices, of course. And I will resign immediately, and I consider myself demised as a member of the High Council of Romania on this planet, as Praetor and as director of this planet. I also wish to say that I accept to be removed forever from all the books of history and from public records, but not from the secret records of Atlantia, which should be kept for serious study by the scholars for all eternity. Because I realize that if I don't take actions today, no one in Europe will be alive to read them anyway. And I also wish to say that in accordance with our tradition, the Great Council of Atlantia, not the Great Council of Atlantia, the High Council of Romania here on this planet is declared to be dissolved. The Parliament, which is the Assembly of Tribes of Atlantia, the High Assembly of Tribes, or the Assembly of the Great Tribes of Atlantia, is declared to be dissolved. And from now on, in proportion with the white population in each country on this planet, we will not take into account the Pakistanis in London or the Turks in Germany and so on, or the Muslims in France. We are going to organize elections in 90 days or in 3 months, and in 3 months we are going to elect new leaders, which shall be in direct proportion, arithmetical proportion, with the population, the white population of the countries in Europe, North America, South America, Australia, New Zealand, the oceans, and Antarctica, of course, and Greenland, and the Faroe Islands, and so on. And I also wish to say that the special status of the honorary, the special status of the four cities, which is Oslo. Here we have landed, which is now in Norway. Then Salmis Zegetus, which is now in Romania. Then we have the White City, which is located in Ukraine. Then we have Rome, which is located in Italy. It is the capital of Italy. The status of these four holy sites shall be preserved as an honorary position, and no disturbances shall be allowed on the sacred sites, except for retrieving the technologies which are buried at the Sphinx, at Sarmisegetus, also the Sphinx in Bucegi, which is connected with the Sphinx in Egypt and with the Tibet and with Akasha and Shambhala and the places and with the places in Chile. In the Incan Empire is also declared to be a holy site. We shall have peace with Agarthans. We shall put an end to the atomic war which occurred 50,000 years ago. We shall forgive each other. The reason for which I have stayed 21 cycles in the test of Agartha was specifically this. I apologize for all my misbehavings, and I wish to act as an ambassador to Agartha from Atlantia. But now I become a simple Atlantean citizen living on this planet. I retain my position, of course, in the Great Council of Atlantia as Praetor, because the situation in the great universe is not related at all with the situation on this planet. I was sent here to end the ethical war. You should know that we Atlanteans, or Atlantia, is a true ethical civilization. We are not ethical in the sense that we take some lectures at the university about ethics. We are ethical in the sense that many of us have multiple dimensions, and I have, with approximation, 117,000 dimensions. I am ethical, I am conscious, I am spiritual, I am light, I am created God, I am uncreated qualities, Holy Ghost, I manifest nature, supreme manifested God, and so on. But I have chosen. Due to the happenings in my family, I took the side of my father, who is a demon, against my mother, who is an angel, because my mother behaved in a very weak and unsatisfactory manner towards me when I was a small child. And I was forbidden from accessing this higher dimension until I suffered for 2.5 years in the test of Agartha. So I wish that Article 5, letters A and B and C shall be applied in Atlantia. I wish that the moon station to be made new again and to protect this planet. And in order to protect Europe, the only way in which we can protect Europe is twofold. First, we declare abortion illegal. Then we declare that women are no longer equal with men, and women must make 12-15 children per family. We declare that men must work and women must stay at home and take care of children. We declare that we return to our traditional values. We declare that equality in diversity is what we want, and not equality in complacency and imitation. I also, this is a very important part, I wish to say that our agreement with France is cancelled. Our agreement made in 1968 or 69 by Nicolae Ceausescu, by whom we and the French Republic have agreed not to give our technologies to the world until 2040 or 2038, for 70 years more specifically. So rather than waiting until the year 2038 or 39, we shall give our flying saucers, our lasers, our plasma beams, our plasma cannons, not plasma beams, our jump engines, which will travel to the stars, to all the nations of the white race and Atlantia, to all the nations of Europe, to all the nations of North America, with the exception of Mexico perhaps, and to Australia and to New Zealand and to Russia, in order to allow them to go to the stars. Some technologies we can also give, non-combatant technologies like the jump drive and the flying saucers, to the Chinese and the Indians too, in order to help them alleviate their 2 billion population problems. So we need to expand to the stars. The first phase of Atlantia has ended now on this planet. We have not conquered the planet, but we control most of the resources of this planet and the solar system at large. I know about the ventures of the Stargate program. I'm eager to participate. I hope that I'm on good terms with Alex Jones, or Queen, the alien, which is now Alex Malinash. And I hope that I shall travel with a flying saucer as a simple citizen of Atlantia. I love, and Alex Malinash says I'm a simple citizen of Macedonian Empire. So, in short, we shall activate our moon station, we shall protect the planet, we shall integrate this planet into the Galactic Federation of Light, or how the star races, the wild star races are called here. We shall wait for the Atlanteans to come. We shall cooperate with them, we shall cooperate with the Nordic races of this galaxy, the white people, blonde, but not all. Also the Albigenses, which are white people with white hair, who are living here in Romania in the center of the country, and who are the pure white species, race. And we shall also pass to phase 2, and we commit ourselves to colonize, we shall colonize 200 star systems, not 200 planets, 200 star systems in 200 years. In the next 200 years, in this Alpha 3 and 4 spiral galaxy, the local galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Having said that, it was a privilege to serve you. I hope, although I have, but I also wish for all my illnesses, and my heart and my lungs and my left knee, left hand, teeth, brain to be cured, because I believe that I deserve this. I don't believe I deserve to be paid, but I believe that I deserve to be cured, so that I will not die prematurely at the age of 36. With this small amendment, I shall say to you that I'm Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the one who was, the one who is, and the one who shall be, the creation, the destruction of immortals, the great Lord Krishna. For the salvation of this world and for the redemption of the just, I reincarnate myself from my own life and powers which lies inside me, from Yuga to Yuga. A Yuga is a period of time which lasts for 432,000 years, and no one can take life from me. I can only take my own life. Now the days of Apollo have ended. Now the days of Artemis shall come, hopefully. I know that the declaration does not allow me to say who my successor shall be, but nevertheless I shall perform my duty towards Atlantia, and my duty involves leaving Romania, whom I have served for 17 years, and going to help my sister Artemis, at least for 1 year, as the laws of Atlantia demand of me. Goodbye, my friend. Adieu, adio, adios. Be with God. This is the end of the Praetorian Declaration. On my t-shirt it is written, I am Atlantean, living in Atlantia when it flew again.